The Phases of the Moon by Karen Jones. The moon is a ball of rock and minerals that orbits the Earth. When you look up in the night sky, the moon does not always look the same. Sometimes it's round and full. Other times you can only see part of it. Sometimes we can't see the moon at all. The moon never actually changes shape. What changes is its location in the sky. The moon does not glow. It reflects light from the sun. The sun's light makes the moon light up in the sky. So you can see that the sun's light is going to the moon, and then what we see at night is the reflection of the light from the sun on the moon. Half of the moon is always lit by the sun. We cannot always see the half that is lit. Sometimes we just see part of it. We call the changes in the moon's appearance in the sky the phases of the moon. Moon phases are caused by the position of the Earth, moon, and sun. It says half of the moon is lit by the sun. While the appearance of the moon changes slightly every night, there are 8 different phases of the moon. The phases repeat every month in a cycle. During this phase, the moon is between the Earth and the sun. We cannot see the part of the moon that is lit by the sun. During the new moon phase, no moon appears in the sky at night. This is because the moon is on the side of the Earth that is experiencing daytime. This is what we would see at night when there's a new moon. We would see nothing. During this next phase, the moon is beginning to appear. We can see a small sliver of moon lit by the sun on the right side. The shape is called a crescent. Waxing means that the lit part is growing. So this is a waxing crescent. And this is what we see at night, just part of the right side of the moon. This is called the first quarter. During this phase, we can see half of the part that is lit by the sun. And this is what it looks like when it's a first quarter moon. Waxing gibbous. This is what we see at night when there's a waxing gibbous moon phase. During this phase, we can see most of the moon. Remember, waxing means growing. The appearance of the moon continues to grow. Only a sliver is not lit. Now we have the full moon. This is what we see at night. During a full moon, we can see the entire half of the moon that is lit. Earth is between the moon and the sun. This is called a waning gibbous. During this phase, we can still see most of the moon, but the lit part is starting to shrink. Waning means shrinking. Remember, waxing means growing. Waning means shrinking. This is the last quarter phase. Now we can only see half of the part that is lit by the sun. Waning crescent. During this phase, the moon is again a crescent. Waning means the lit part of the moon is shrinking, though. The moon will soon become dark and become a new moon again. There are a few special cases where the moon does not match one of these phases. A lunar eclipse happens at night. During a lunar eclipse, Earth lines up directly between the sun and the moon. The Earth casts a shadow on the moon, and the moon appears red or rust-colored. A solar eclipse happens during the day. During a solar eclipse, the moon lines up directly between Earth and the sun, blocking our view of the sun and its light. The moon casts a shadow on Earth, and the sky turns dark for a few minutes. As the moon's orbit continues, it moves and the sun shines on Earth again. The moon is our closest neighbor in the solar system. Next time you look up into the sky, see if you can spot the moon. Why does the moon look different each night?